All right, we're going to move on. We're going to do Podluck, and we've got Jennifer Aniston news. I never thought I would say that. I didn't really think I would ever end up talking about Jennifer.
She's so uncontroversial that you wouldn't expect this.
Yes.
I mean, I don't like these headlines that are like, she got slammed, she got
blasted.
Like, bro, chill.
Blasted. She was just demolished. Jennifer Aniston is blasted for claiming Hollywood is full of people who are famous.
Can we play the clip of what she said? Because it was literally so, like, not anything. It was, like, nothing.
Well, let's look.
It's at the timestamp if you just play it.
It's classic media. I haven't listened to it, but, like, you have a certain body language and tone in life, and then a journalist comes along and makes that tone and language one-dimensional, and now we get blasted, and now you think she's an evil woman.
All right, so it says Jennifer Aniston is blasted for claiming Hollywood is full of people who are famous for doing nothing, like Monica Lewinsky and Paris Hilton.
Like,
critics say she is a nepotism baby who found stardom through actor parents. Why is Monica Lewinsky the first name that comes to your mind?
That's what I was thinking about. Literally, last night I saw this and I was like, Jennifer Aniston must be so blissfully out of touch that she thinks that Monica Lewinsky is like someone people still think about.
She's like, and that Sarah Palin lady.
Yeah.
I mean, Paris Hilton is still relevant, but still, it's like, you're very behind the times, and good for you.
I think there's better references she could have made.
Right?
Both those people,
she's
love
also,
them or hate them,
Monica
they do
Lewinsky
work.
is not like some kind of actor
Celebrity.
or influencer
She's
of
only,
any kind.
Her mind is only in the gutter, clearly, because she's thinking of one thing.
Well, she's
sex.
thinking about women who have hurt the reputation of women, which is a ridiculous concept in the first place.
Right.
But, like, why is Paris Hilton listed in there? I don't know.
They got famous through...
Simple Life.
Having fun.
Also, the bit that they were doing for Variety is called Actors on Actors, and that's literally...
Have you never watched that?
that's
Some of them are pretty good. I will say that.
I don't know.
The title's not so good.
Yeah.
You don't like the title. It sounds a little OnlyFansy for you.
It may be too OnlyFans. But also, it's just like, we get actors talking to each other already. We don't need more.
Okay, so it says Aniston began to comment on how the leak took place at a period when the internet began to... I started at the top here. In a segment for the Actors on Actors interview for Variety, her and Sebastian Stan discussed the infamous Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee sex tape leak in 1995 when Stan's Hulu series which is based upon... So he just played...
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, he just played...
So you see the train of thought already.
Yeah.
Being born out of the idea of the sex tape and people, and then Monica Lewinsky got,
How does she not say Kim Kardashian, even though we know that Kim Kardashian is an evil genius?
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe
but
they're
I'm just saying,
friends.
like,
You're not allowed to talk about that.
her name would come up in my mind before Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Like,
well, she's stuck in the 90s.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
exactly.
people, and maybe you said this last week, is like, I heard it recently where people who are famous get stunted at the age they were famous.
Yes.
They became famous at.
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
what I said
she's
about
90s.
Britney, at least.
Britney's, yeah. And like, she got famous in the 90s, so she's stunted in the 90s, where, we gave birth to Monica Lewinsky in the blue dress, which I guess is ever present in Jennifer Aniston's mind.
she's like still imagining that day to this day.
Ah, what a beautiful day. I was with Matthew LeBlanc when the blue dress came out.
So basically,
She said that with TikTok and like how easy it is to get attention and get famous, they're taking the actor's job. I think that's what really bristled people.
and she's
Right.
wrong.
They're taking the fame away, the attention
explain
away.
why though.
I'm saying that that's a different market altogether. It's not her
Well, they
market.
are giving influencers acting roles.
Okay, that part, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they should be doing that.
And she
but-
might not even be thinking of the market. She might just be maybe subconsciously thinking of the attention.
Who are her parents? Does anybody know? I don't know who her parents are.
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
I have no
There are
idea.
certain people who are nepotism babies that you never knew about
Yeah,
it.
I didn't know her parents
I feel
were
like
famous.
if you ascend beyond what you inherited,
Yeah.
it's kind of all a wash. Like,
I'm not a fan of when people... Well, like even people...
Her parents are both actors.
oh,
What's her-
okay.
John Aniston and Nancy Dow.
I don't know who either of those people are.
Do you?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
But they have Wikipedia pages, so they must be.
That was
something.
who is that? Which is the Jenner that just became a billionaire? Kylie?
Kylie.
Somebody's like, she's not self-made. Her parents had money. I'm like, you do know there's like a large difference between like million and billion, right?
Is
like
there?
that, like,
I don't know.
Well, at
I'm
some
not sure.
point, it does kind of lose its meaning, right?
But I'm
You
just saying,
can't-
like you have amassed an amount of wealth that's far greater
Totally,
than what
yeah.
it was when
Totally.
you
Yeah.
started.
Totally.
That does
you
not mean
can
you're.
say she doesn't work hard for it because she makes low quality products and underpays workers and
Yeah.
is generally just like like a mentally undeveloped person.
It says, I miss it when you could only get famous when you were already privileged and rich. That's what she's saying. That's also not true because it's not like that's were the only people that ever got famous. Otherwise, nobody would have had the...
Marilyn Monroe is an example. She
Yeah.
came from nothing.
There wouldn't be the famous... Thank you. There wouldn't be the famous trope of the person leaving the small town and moving to Hollywood
Right.
to get famous. That's
Right.
literally the point. God, I hate people like this. The guy's name is Mr. Zendaya, so as far as I'm concerned, his opinion is not relevant. It says, do not Google Jennifer Aniston's parents. So Jennifer Aniston needs to calm down with her opinions when her nepotism got her into the industry, and now she continues to make $20 million a year just off syndication from a show that ended decades ago. See, I still hate that take too, because it's like, yes, her parent, they got your foot in the door. That does not mean they did the work for you.
Right.
You still had to do the work to get where you are. She still had to go to set every day and act in the stupid show.
Do you feel the same way about people who get launched into acting roles from having a following on social media?
I would
you got your foot in the door by doing that, and
If
you
they can,
deserve that.
if they can prove that they can act, sure.
That's
I
how
mean,
I feel.
Has that happened yet? I can't think
I'm
of.
Thank you.
sure.
I mean, there's probably a lot of rappers came from music.
SoundCloud.
A lot of rappers came from music and end up acting. Method Man is a pretty good actor. Redman is a pretty good is a pretty good actor.
Yeah. We talked about How High last week.
Sticky Fingers, pretty
Wow,
good
look at
actor.
you.
All these dudes started off
Lady
in music.
Gaga is one.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Well, even that, like
Yeah.
the rappers, it always just seemed like, you know, they like, and they move on and they go past their. Who's the dude who Dominic Ware? There's a bunch of them, right? Who start off doing one thing,
Yeah.
prove they can do another, and the litmus test is like when they move on past roles where they're doing something similar
Right.
to like their music,
Cardi
right?
B. Reality show.
I've never seen
I
it.
don't know.
Hey, Cardi B is a G. No, I don't really like Cardi B, but she's something that went
So
like that.
I'm not a fan of like the nepotism argument because yes, it can get your foot in the door, but that does not mean Bryce Dallas Howard is a fantastic actress. Her
Yeah.
her father is Ron Howard, who is
Yeah.
a legendary director.
Oh,
She
I
is.
just understood that.
Yeah.
I never realized
Wasn't
that.
he the Andy
Interesting.
Griffith show?
I do not remember if that's.
He was little
It was
kid.
Happy Days for
But
him, I think.
but the point is that she proved in her own right that she could be
Right.
an actress, and there's all sorts of like, it's one of the funniest things you can do is go on IMDb and go down to the spouse of like every actor you watch and just look how incestuous the
Right.
industry is. They're all like, even Chris Pratt is married to Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Right, yeah.
You know, and Schwarzenegger was married to
It's
It's never ending.
Maria
Shriver.
So
It-
he was married to a Kennedy.
It's my favorite Carlin quote. It's a small club and you ain't in it.
You are not in it. Us here, we are not in it, believe it or not. So I hate this argument. I don't agree with Aniston saying that they should not be in the industry, like that they shouldn't
I
get
don't
a
even
chance.
think she was.
I
she
need to
meant
hear her
say that.
say it
Can
to
we play the
truly
clip because
understand.
Does it say
it's
the
already at the
timestamp?
timestamp when you click it.
When I click it, all right. Let's try this, guys.
At least it should be.
Of it,
Yeah.
so-
And it was right at the time when the internet was just
Yeah.
becoming, it really sort of shaped so much of a new culture kind of about
I
this
know.
thing of people becoming famous for basically doing nothing, but yet having these incredible careers. And then women's sort of reputation, I mean, Pam, Paris Hilton.
We've been in that invasive kind of
Yeah.
of privacy
I know.
since, and it's only gotten more and
It
more.
doesn't
you
seem
know, so-
derogatory.
And it's really hard. I always say I feel so lucky that we got a little taste of the industry before it became what it is today, which is just
Right.
different. More streaming services, more people. You're famous from TikTok. You're famous from YouTube. You're famous from
Then they're
Instagram.
TikTokers.
It's almost like it's diluting the actor's job.
I remember even going on auditions for shows like that, and
Okay,
it was like
that
written
also
a very
seemed heavily edited.
Yes.
Everything she was saying.
They were cutting a lot.
Yeah.
I will say that there is something to be said that like that your entertainment is now just very, very dispersed amongst many different
Right.
platforms.
Right.
You're no longer all sitting down to watch the same TV show.
Right.
Every family in America is not sitting down at 7 p.m. to watch Friends.
That to
every-
me just
every
sounded
night.
like someone looking back on how the industry has changed throughout her career.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Blasted!
yeah, like
She
that.
got slammed.
I hate corporate journalists.
Yeah.
Sorry for yelling in your ear.
Shane Cashman slams
Yeah.
corporate journalists.
Yeah, blasting.
Yeah.
It's insane.
says
That
that-
seemed nuanced to me.
But
Mostly.
there's nothing more of an enemy to corporate journalists than nuance.
I thought it was funny that she brought up people like, what did she say? Pamela Anderson.
Pam, yeah, but because they were just
Pam.
talking about
She's
her
on
and
Broadway
his
right
thing.
now.
Pam
Pam
Anderson.
Anderson.
Monica
is.
Lewinsky and
she's-
Paris Hilton.
And Pam Anderson is like into who's she with Snowden? Not Snowden. Julian Assange.
Is
Yeah,
What?
she's been trying to help them.
Really?
One of them, I forget who.
Why have we not heard
I
about
forget who.
this?
I think she wrote them letters.
She's like a freedom fighter now. Like I'm
What?
here for it. Like
I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that like with Kim Kardashian being really big into like prison reform?
Prison reform, right.
Like they have their like
they
their
picked
cause.
their pet cause, yeah.
They pick their pet cause.
Yeah,
So
Pam Anderson makes 11th hour pardon plea for WikiLeaks Julian Assange.
And-
That was just last year.
and Trump did not say yes. Who can say no to Pam Anderson?
Right.
She made Barbarella. Come on.
Trump didn't watch that thing that she made.
He might have. She made Barbarella, right?
I don't
she
know,
also
actually.
a really awful TV show called VIP. It was really, really bad.
probably
Man, the
watched the,
90s were awesome, guys.
Yeah,
They were
Baywatch.
awesome.
He definitely watched Baywatch.
Sometimes I don't even believe that they happened. Or
They happened, my friend. They absolutely
It was
happened.
all
I was
just,
there,
like,
but I'm not sure if
fake.
it happened. I'm not sure if it happened. I think the simulation just shifted.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.